I'm fiddling myself out. Oh no, that sounds really bad. Oh, this is why I shouldn't do live things. How are you? This is the first time I've gone live on YouTube. So, excuse me. There's going to be no editing on this, but I'm used to Instagram lives, so I'm hoping this will be kind of similar. So how is everybody? I will, hello. I think I've got my first viewer. I'm very excited about all this. I follow Hannah, the Corner of Craft, and she does a lot of these YouTube lives. I should have got some water. Hi, you just got a notification. That's fab. That's great. I'm glad you were able to join. It's so nice to see you. Do let me know where you're joining from. And yeah, I should have got some water, a cup of tea or something. I'm not very prepared. Oh, Hannah didn't let me know. From the Netherlands. Hello. I don't know any Dutch whatsoever. I was going to say hello in your language. Oh my gosh, no, I'm not the pioneer, Mars. This is Corner of Craft. Good morning, Bernadine. Hi, Pittsburgh. Hi, Juliana. How are you? From Pittsburgh, from Wisconsin. That's awesome. This is really interesting. It's the first time I've ever done it. The setup is really nice. It's really easy to do, and you can it tells you what it's doing. Now, I have put on here, hello from Armagh. How are you? Yeah. Hey, Bex. How are you? So I have put paid promotion on here just because I might talk about my Sweet Georgia stuff, and it's not paid promotion, but it was given to me because I'm a brand ambassador. So I just wanted to say, I didn't want to do anything illegal. So yeah. Now hold on there for just a second. I've got to reach up and you'll see my lovely, really comfy pants. Oh, hello from Sweden. Now, see my comfy pants? The comfiest of pants. Right. So, there's all this talk of my wedding shawl, and hasn't the girl just stopped spinning on my wedding shawl? So I was like, do you know what? That's unacceptable. Unacceptable behaviour. So I have spun one bobbin, one-ish bobbin. Super fine. And I want to spin another bobbin, super fine. So I'm not putting that down on my Traveller wheel because the kittens have done this to another bobbin. So it's just not safe. Which is why I have this fabulous, I was feeling restless about what do you do next. Oh yeah. See, I'm just here for you, Mars. I'm here for you. I got you, babes. So I'm gonna put these up high so that the kittens can't get at them. Although if they knew how to, I'm sure they would, no doubt whatsoever. I'm looking around for something to drink. I'm making me reassemble. Do it. Get your wheel out. Yay. I'm looking around for something to drink to kind of quell this kind of funny throat because I didn't bring anything to drink. There's only a bottle of wine and I'm like, is it too early on a Sunday? It's 12:35 on a Sunday. Is it? Is that clock wrong? It's a bit too early for a bottle of red wine. Come with me. Let's do that. Let's come with me to the kitchen and let's do it like an IG live and then I'll sit down and we'll have a spin. So what are you up to this Sunday? Anything nice? Oh, there we go. I got a bottle refilled a couple of times. I was at the knitting and stitching show yesterday, so I had to get a bottle of water. I forgot my big bottle. I had my coffee cup, but I didn't want coffee tasting water. I know, I'm such a prissy person. No. So I don't like buying bottled water in general, but it was the only option available to me. Well, no, it wasn't. It was the coffee water. I could have had the coffee water. Hello from Norfolk. How are you? You think you might potter in your yarn and plait your spring bulbs? Yeah, that'd be nice. Packing up a Dachi's finished sweater. I didn't know you finished it. Oh. Yeah. Well, you want to make sure that they're nice and warm and wearing a jumper, you know. It's very important. So I planted something the other day. A friend of mine, hi from Georgia, how are you? A friend of mine gave me some woad seeds, and apparently they grow really well in Ireland because it's so wet and miserable. Hi Bart, how are you? Hi Shona, how are you? Packing for Barcelona. I've got to pack for Barcelona too. When do you get in? Yeah, so I packed some woad, or I planted some woad, and literally I scattered it. It was my friend Erica from Clare. She's oh, if you ever, what's her name now? Erica in Ireland is her Instagram, and she's Japanese, but she lives in the west of Ireland. She's more Irish than the rest of us. Oh, so you bought a 10 pack of chunky superwash merino for £35 when the RRP was 140 after talking to you at the Knitting and Stitch. And I'm trying to, oh yeah, Bex, hi! Oh, 10 pack of chunky superwash merino. Gosh, that's a really good price. Finally recovering from a 6-week total loss of yarn mojo. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Isn't it wonderful when you get that back? Hello, Pennsylvania. Hello from Pennsylvania. You're drinking coffee and knitting for a bit and gearing up to go out and split firewood. My mom just rang me saying she's doing the exact same thing. And here's me moaning that I don't have a fire. And then I'm like, well, I don't have to split firewood. There's at least that. It's not something I really super enjoy, but it does sound nice. I love the smell of a fire. Oh, it's splitting. Do you know what? It's a dry day. It's November. You need to get ahead of the game. Well, yeah, that's about time. Where was I on this now? Didn't I have this yoki? Yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm getting distracted. Hello from Wales. I'm plying my last bobbins of a chunky sweater spin. Ooh. Hello from Israel. Hello. I am your last bobbins of a chunky sweater spin. That's a lot of yarns. You're morning from New York, drinking coffee and knitting as well. I just had my coffee earlier on. James bought me a fancy new coffee machine. I say me. He bought the house a coffee machine. And it is glorious. The milky frother is a little bit whatever, but you know what? It's very, very nice to have a nice coffee maker. And it's not one of the pod ones. I don't like the pod ones just because they, oh, it's such a waste, like. So I can grind the beans and then put them in the coffee maker. It's just, I've never been so fancy in my life. So I'm putting together an Acreworks bobbin. So they come flat pack in these little mesh sacks. Ooh, I keep on knocking out my bobbin reducer. It's cracking my head. Sorry. So it's freezing cold in New Jersey and I need a fire to keep going, but my Furbies are keeping me warm right now. Oh, lovely. Very nice. I just realised none of my names have any resemblance. Oh, yeah. Who are you then, Bex, on Instagram, or would I know you from there? I just assume, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm sure I've met you. So these mesh bags, it comes with the Acreworks bobbins. And I ordered a few of them and they came and they didn't see yet. Hi from Sydney. Oh, hi Lauren. How are you? You're going to Barcelona. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm doing firework. I love doing firewood, but then I love being warm too. Yeah, that's nice. Well, cutting the firewood makes you warm, and then burning it makes you warm. So you get warm twice. Oh, hi Becky. How are you? Oh, now I know you. There you go. Lads, Becky got her first wheel like 6 weeks ago, and she handed me this yarn yesterday at the Knitting and Stitching show, and it was like the most beautiful sock yarn I've ever seen. Like a 2-ply, really gorgeous twist. I was like, she was like, this is my first wheel spun yarn. And I was like, I feel like quitting, you know. Like, oh, Darth Nitty, hi. Oh, I love your you sent me a pattern recommendation. I have it here somewhere. The Wild Swan. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Anyway, so I am just, you see these little, I don't know if you can see them, but there's little grooves there. There's 3 little grooves and there's 3 little ball bearings, and they're going to slot in. Is that right? Yeah, slot in and then twist. And you actually, if you pop in both of them and then you twist them together, then it kind of stays nice. Oh no, hang on. What's that? Where's my chat? I can't see the chat. Let me show me the live chat. What's happening here? You love doing firewood. Yeah. Yes, Barcelona is going to be so good. What am I making? I'm going to be spinning some more of my BFL and silk for my wedding shawl. Yeah. So this is my beautiful, pretty acreworks. I've knocked out the reducer again. And I'm probably going to drop down the camera so you can see my wheel actually spinning, but I'm just going to pop it on. I'm putting it on a really high whirl, a really low ratio. And I don't really have a lace flyer. I would love a lace flyer, but I'm going to do some adjusting. Hi, Isuki, how are you? I'm going to do I'm going to do some cross lacing, and I'm trying to spin as fine as I can for a lace weight shawl that I want to knit, or a lace weight bolero, or so many people have been giving me so many recommendations, so it's great. Wheel is back together. Oh, your floofy so pretty. I love watching that come up. That makes me so happy. I don't know why I'm so awkward when I know that people have bought or are making or working with my yarn or my fibre. I don't know why I have so weirdness. Anyway, that's fine. I'm sure it's some sort of crazy imposter syndrome. Perfectly reasonable. Yay. So I'm going to pop that in now. So on this is actually a large, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a large orifice here, but I have a reducer. I bought the jumbo adjustment for this wheel. This is an Ashford Traveller. I'll drop it down so you can see it now in a second. But this is an orifice reducer that comes with it, so I can use, oh my gosh, everything is just falling apart. There we go. So I'm just going to pop that in and then turn in the maiden. There we go. Nice. So I'm just going to drop down the yoke here now so you can see the actual wheel as it's going. A little bit of ASMR wheel goodness. Yeah, I'll drop it down here and then I'll raise up the other yoke. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Hey, get up. Yeah, that's nice. That looks nice-ish. What do we think? You have an Ashford Traveller too. I love mine, Lauren. I hope you can pop into the local yarn store when you're in Perth in January for your brother's wedding in Mosman. It's in Mosman Park. Hang on, is that the one? What's it called? Calico and Ivy? I've been there before. It's so good. If it's Calico and Ivy, I think it's Mosman Park. That name is really familiar. So yeah, get your wheel out. Let's go. Let's do some. Oh, I love that shop. I love it. And I love that the fabric's there as well. It's really nice. It's a lovely little shop, actually. That was where I bought my yarn for my first ever sweater, the flax. I got one. One was a cotton and merino, and then the other one was 100% merino for the collar and the cuffs. It was my grey one, if anyone remembers it. I put in some. So exciting to watch you live. Yay! Oh yeah! It's so nice to be live, actually. It's super cute. Trying to knit with 2 wieners in my lap. Dogs. Either from Esther from Texas. Sadly I don't spin, but very interested. While watching, I'll knit the body of my pavement sweater alternating skein. Oh, good girl. Good woman. Sorry, I didn't call you good girl. Yes, I was thinking about casting on another pavement sweater, just because I love it. Is that my cat? Is that Mr. Beans? Is he whining? What's he whining about? He's whining. Why he whining? He's whining to be let out. He's whining to be left back in. I'm like, make up your damn mind. Okay, Mr. Beans? All right, so what I say when I'm cross-lacing is I'm reducing the tension a little bit by putting it through some hooks on this side and then putting it through some hooks on this side and then bringing it through. And what that does is it slows down the drag, so I can let in, so it slows down the drag in, so I can put more twist in to the finer yarns. I should sound more deliberate when I say that, shouldn't I? It's Toast. Are you coming down to join us? I heard a thump. That's how heavy she is now. She thumps when she jumps down off the bed. Ridiculous. So this is some BFL and Silk. It's actually the same blend that you're spinning with, Bernadine. That's, I think it is anyway, the kind of goldy ones. Yeah. So I'm spinning from the lock. So I'm grabbing it and just pulling out enough that falls like it's like a staple length. So that's what I'm spinning with. And then I've got my leader here. Is my concentrating face? Somebody sent me a message there and I missed it, sorry now. Sorry, I just had to open up my leader. See that? BFL you're spinning. Yes, it is. The NFL. Calico and Ivy, unfortunately no spin classes there, but it feels like one. Yeah, there you go. It is a spinning one. So I am making this wheel go clockwise in my direction. It looks anti-clockwise to you. And I've just pulled out a little bit and I've put it through. The leader is basically a loop. Ooh. All right, okay, and we're off. All right. It's very dark here. So dark. Lovely to be on live. Oh, thank you so much. I love doing I was going to do a proper podcast, and then I was like, I wanted to try and do a live just to see what it's like. I probably will do a proper podcast as well, but this will be on the same sort of thing. But it's nice to just be spinning or doing something and chatting through it. And if anyone has any questions, please ask me. I'd be delighted to to answer any if you've any specific questions, if I see them on the screen. I was watching, who was I watching? Oh yeah, I started watching the new or the class on the School of Sweet Georgia. What is that cat doing upstairs? But it's Rachel Smith, and she has this new class on there called Spinning for a Sweater Spin. And Rachel has she's the Welford Pearls podcast. I think is it Welford? Woolen Spinning, the Woolen Spinning podcast, and she's Welford Pearls on Instagram. But she also has this class available from the School of Sweet Georgia, which I'm a member of because I'm an ambassador for the Sweet Georgia team. And I'm an ambassador because I applied because I wanted to get into the School of Sweet Georgia because it's class. It's so good. Anyway, so I've been taking this class with Rachel. Me and Rachel, we're taking a class. I'm taking a class. And it's fabulous. Really good. She talks about what are you at? Come here now. Hang on. You've been talking to me and I've been ignoring you. I'm sorry. Just run upstairs to grab the fibre I got yesterday so you can prep it while watching. Oh, Toast is adorable. Oh, that fibre you got from the felt makers was stunning. I can't wait to see what you make. BFL, that's fine. I've been thinking about treadle speed. Mine's much slower than it could be. Okay, heading to my wheel now. I lied, checking die pads. So how do you keep the twist from getting into the fibre supply? Okay. So let's see if we can do a little bit of looking here. Mostly it's all about which hand is closest to the orifice. Okay, which hand is closest to the orifice? That is your pinching hand. And that pinch has to be tight. It has to be tight unless it's doing something. Let me just get another little puff here. Just grabbing a tiny bit. So I don't want all the fibre to spin up really quickly and get really lumpy yarn. I want the finest yarn I possibly can. So now it's not going to be perfect, right? Oh, sorry. So when I'm joining, I've got my final bit there, but I don't want to join just there. I need an overlap of a couple of inches. So what I do is I grab it and I just dangle it there, and this going to, I do it at about 90 degrees, and then I pull back to join in. Do you see that? I know it's probably not very clear because it's my front facing camera and it's not great. So when I'm spinning, I've got this twist and I'm using this finger. This finger really is always pressing, but I'm letting it slide through my hands, which stops any twist getting up into the fiber supply, getting up in there. It does not belong there. It belongs behind my fingers, not in front of my fingers. So that's how I do it. It's kind of a little pressure. So when you're pulling, you're pinching tight, and then you're sliding down through, pulling tight, let go, slide, pull tight, pull forwards, slide back. And this is kind of, I think it's a short forward draft, this is technically called. I learned that from Rachel. So now, Rachel does all these things where she does like spinner's control cards, and it's very reasonable and planned. That's not very me, but I'd like to be that type of person maybe one day, you know? Oh, hello, Gaming Widows. How are you? Hi, Rita. How are you? Maybe I'll do it again. You're getting mine out now, playing catch up, Grace. How often do you think the posts of the spinning wheel should be oiled? I think honestly it should be done every time you sit down to it. I mean, I haven't done it. Thank you very much for reminding me. You're so smart. I use Singer sewing machine oil. It's way more popular and way cheaper than any special spinning wheel oil. I wouldn't use any food oil or anything like that. The only thing is the Ashford applicator is really nice. I'll show you. Normally the applicator that comes with it has like a really narrow little nozzle, and that's really nice for getting into the small places. But I wouldn't be buying one every time you run out. You can get at the sewing machine one and just refill. I think that's way more reasonable. Does it matter how the bobbin feels, back to front, middle to back? No, it doesn't, as long as it comes off easily enough. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I'm glad that helps, that's great. Get out, what's happening? Okay, so this is the applicator. This is the special Ashford wheel oil. And this is the nice little applicator. It's really tiny. It's so tiny. So where should you do your wheel? Let's do that. Let's take a little look back. All right, so you've got the moving parts. So these parts here, I like to do them. Everything that moves, everything that's connected to metal, a little dribble. Get out. Okay. It's only a small bit, that's all you need. Just on all the moving bits. There you go. I like to just do down here as well, just on the little treadle, and in the front post as well. Then you don't go around here, that's not necessary at all, but you should do in between, you should do in the flyer. You can buy bottles like that from Amazon. I use cheap 3-in-1 oil that's available. Yeah, do you know what? Any sort of metal work oil is fine. But sometimes this comes with your wheel if you're buying it straight from Ashford, so it's nice to kind of keep it and then just reuse it. So I'm just going to do it. I should have done this before I put on the bobbin. Get out. But I should really put it along the bobbin. It's fine. I'm going to be fine with that. That's fine. But I'm going to leave this out, so I'm going to use it more. Right there. Would it be possible to make a 3-ply fractal with 3 colors I got? Absolutely. Oh yeah, I divided each braid into 3 and then regrouped them into 3 groups. So I have 1 of each color in each group. You'll probably just get a barber pole if you do that. What would I do with that? Okay, so what I would do is I would, Becky, so you got 3 separate colors. So I would split each separate color into 2. 3 is fine too, it's fine. But spin one color, one after the other. So one half of your, okay, so you've split them into 3 halves. So in one of those thirds, you spin the colors one after another, just really long color runs. Then in the next group, you split it into 2 maybe. Split each color into 2 again, and then spin those. So you'd have, wasn't it like green, orange, and red, or something like that? So you'd have those split into 2. So you'd spin green, orange, red, and then go back green, orange, red, and that would be your second bobbin. And then the third bobbin you split into loads of little bits, and you always keep your order. So you'd be green, orange, red, 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 and you get really quick color combos. And then you ply them all together into a 3-ply, a traditional 3-ply. Does that make sense? Text me if you've any problems, and I'll read that through again. Does that make sense? Yes, it will be available to view later, I hope. I've never done this before. Oh, hi! Hello from Cairo, Egypt. Hi! But yeah, if you've any questions, Becky, just ask me here. Good morning from Kentucky. Does it matter how the bobbin fills? I was going to come back. No, I like to fill my bobbin just like starting on one side and fill it over this side just a little bit, and then go back over, and then go back over, and then go back over. I like to fill it in like layers. Some people like to fill it all the way up here and then move along and fill it all the way and all the way and all the way. I find that stuff kind of falls down and stuff kind of tends to get moved out if that happens. So I like to fill all the gaps first and then come back, fill all the gaps. So I kind of like to layer it. It's easier to come off, and you get less tangles when you're unwinding, I find. It's bedtime here. Oh, night, night, night. Thanks, was really unsure. No, that's going to be lovely, Bex. It's going to be really nice. Hello from Michigan. Hi. Hi from Malta. Oh, hello. Yeah, no bother. No bother, Lauren. No bother at all. So, speaking of, I have filled this a little bit already, just here. And because the leader is quite thick, I'm just going to move it over. I'm actually just going to bend that hook a little bit. So that it just moves along slightly. I like to bend the hooks just to try and make it more even. I love to get a woolly winder. My dream is from a woolly winder. Oh, but they're very expensive. Oh my goodness. But do you hear that rattle? So I think I'm going to try and fix that just by twisting the maiden a little bit and tightening that up. Now I hear drag. Let's try this. Oh, maybe I'll just get over myself. Yeah, I'll get over myself and leave it. Oh, it's really loud. What's happening? What's happening? Whisper quiet. Whisper quiet. Yeah, it's ASMR, Mars. You're right, you're right. You did spinning many years ago and love watching. Oh, hi, Susan. Hi, I'm in Limerick. I shouldn't. Actually, YouTube came up and told me, don't give away your exact location. And I was like, okay, no problem. But I'm in Limerick too. We should. Have you been to one of my knit nights? I go to they're in the Castro Park Hotel. The next one will be, I think it's a third Thursday. I think it's in 2 weeks. So yeah, pop along. I love doing this method. It feels really satisfying because you feel like you're getting through a lot. I don't know. It's probably just totally. The rattling is annoying me now. That's a bit better. Nope. What is it? I think it's this. Is that not in right? No, it is. This is a little offset because there was a child. A child was at an event. He was playing with my wheel and a bit fell off and cracked. So that's why this is. Children are the worst. And the best, I suppose. And now you give me an idea to use a longer leader to fill that first bit near the end. Yes. Yes. Because it grips then and you're ready to go. It's a lot less faffing. I did a spinning many years ago in Foynes. Oh yeah, pop in. It's on meetup.com. If you look up Knit Nights in Limerick, it's on meetup.com. What are you going to make with your yarn? I'm going to hopefully make a wedding shawl / capelet / bolero / something. I don't know. I'm looking at the moment. I'm using BFL and Silk. It's beautiful. You get that rattling on your Ashford, but only with certain bobbins. Seems to be the way that I think it is just the way that it's rattling. Maybe when it's fuller it'll stop. Hi Lisa, how are you? You're currently getting a simmer rattle from your joy. Maybe it's just that we're not like filling them up. I think it is just a little rattle there. I think that's it. You've never been able to solve it. I've had the idea to cut a little piece of felt to put in between the bobbin and the flyer. Oh, that's a good idea. Do I have some felt? Is that a boy? Is that a boy? Is it a boy?
Hi.
Yes, it's a boy. It's only a boy. It's fine.
I found a very chilly friend outside.
Oh, a chilly friend. No, that chilly friend has been in and out and he's been meowing to get in, both in and out. So his all lies.
Smells like peppermint.
He smells what?
Smells like peppermint.
How? Here, I think all my viewers, I've gone live on YouTube for the first time.
Well, they might want to know
They might want to know.
exactly what he smells like.
Yeah, I think he does. No, that's not what
Maybe
that
it's
is.
just disinfectant he can smell.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. There's Mr. Beans. Hey, why have you been lying to everybody? Being like, I want to go out, I want to go in, I want to go out, I want to go in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Fiance says, ooh, he's a keeper. Yeah. Yeah, you are a keeper. If you, ooh. Ooh. He's growling. He's growling. What are you growling? What are you so mad about? Love being loved. I think shouting into his ears is probably what's making him mad. So observant. Your cat. Oh, Marwood says hi too.
Hi.
He cares. It says hi to Mr. Beans, James. Marwood's a cat. They only say hi to each other. You've been trying your drop spindling. I'm impressed, Lisa. How was Berlin? Tell me everything. You've come back. I was reading all of the posts in the giveaway thread. Should we say who won with the? Should we say who won with the with all the prizes that I pulled last week? Should we do it? Okay, let's do it. So I have a couple of different patterns that I was doing. Karen says hi to James, but her cat only says hi to Beans. Don't give him too much, he's fine. The Grisham shawl was won by zespezel. The boardwalk mittens was won by Bella131, and they were a beautiful pattern. And the lights and twigs shawl was won by D Nellums, and I have magic linked them in all the groups, and I've contacted the designers to send over your pattern. This is a double treadle. I like double treadle. I think it goes faster. And it's yeah, yay, congratulations to the winners. So it was number 8 in the Grisham shawl, number 4 with the boardwalk mittens, and number 34, and they were all chosen by asking Siri to pick. So yeah, Berlin was great. Would recommend a trip. I think I'd love to go for Berlin knits. Weren't we talking about that? We could do a little trip over. So basically I decided to come on because I haven't really done anything super different in the last couple of days, but I really wanted to be like more consistent with where I am. Hi Paige! Paige, my friend. Paige is on. What? The small one, probably upstairs. Is she not? Oh, you just probably can't see her. She couldn't be my fault. Hello Paige, how are you? So yeah, I haven't really been doing too much actual making. This is the first. Actually, I was spinning yesterday at the show, and it made me want to spin again, especially after seeing Becky's amazing spins. I'm like, I'm jealous. I want to do it. So I was spinning I was spinning actually straight from the fleece. It was washed, but it wasn't carded or anything, and that was really nice. I was watching Alex Creates spin his locks. I think he was spinning BFL or Wensleydale locks. I think he just did a normal video somewhere, and that was really nice. Yeah, so I really liked the way he was spinning it. So I was just spinning away on there, and then I was spinning different colors because I got really bored of white. So that was really nice. And now I'm back to the white. Oh, this is wrecking my head. James, what's happening? What is happening? What if I just... I need a piece of felt. That's a great idea. I don't own any felt. That's the problem. What if I do the thing by accident where I like, oh no, shame. I don't think that will work, but try it anyway. See? I'm so quiet, I'm sorry. I'm just wrapping this little piece around here. And if not, I'll just take the whole thing apart, it's fine. That's better. Not really. Oh well, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. You just finished spinning for the day. Oh, lovely. 3D printed bobbin. Yes, this is an Acreworks bobbin. Really, really lovely. But then I want to get a, you have wool, make some felt. Yeah, I could do that. So you're making a shoulder neck cover thing. What happens to the spinning done for demos for the guild? They're kind of used as sample pieces. Sometimes people actually spin their own. Like I know Bernadine was spinning her yarn. But sometimes people want to, people just want to spin somebody else's. So, or you know, spin their own thing at the guild. But sometimes people are, if you want to sit, it lets other people sit down and give it a go. You don't want to be using up your nice fibre. So the guild has some fleece to play with, and then afterwards, I don't know. I think they're. Do you know what they're generally used for? They're generally used for samples for weaving. Then, and then we take those samples around to different shows. So, yeah, we're not very organised. Uh-oh, the cat's got outside. Was it me? Paul Miller says hi. Hello, Paul Miller. How are you? I hope you're getting on well. James is hunting for a tiny cat that's just escaped. I should go help, but I'm not gonna. So, what was I gonna say? So I am still knitting away. So at the knitting and stitching show, we caught the bus. I got the bus up from Finnegan's in Limerick. We got a bus that was put on by a quilting shop in down in Kerry, and then it was great actually. We popped in, I did some demoing, did some spinning, met some lovely people, and that was really lovely. It was really nice. So, did Toast escape?
Yes, from the bathroom. The door was open.
Why was the door open?
I don't know. It was open when I came home.
No. How did she jump? That was my there was bleach in the bathroom. But how did... I'd closed it. I definitely closed the door. Uh-oh. She's wicked. A wicked little kid. She in?
She was following around the one-eyed cat.
She's following the one-eyed cat around.
Yeah.
The guy that hates everybody.
Yeah.
Or that everyone hates. Poor man.
Apparently the one-eyed cat really likes Toast.
Oh, Toast has a special friend. You alright? Is your heart back in your body?
That was fine. She was just there. She was just sniffing around.
Great.
Mr. Bean's got some wet food out of it.
Well, oh, Miss Toast is crying because she's not allowed outside. So she didn't go for her her neutering operation on Friday because we left the food out by accident. So we couldn't guarantee that she hadn't eaten some. So do not question cat physics. Yeah, don't question cat physics. Like, it's the... How did you get upstairs? The upstairs bathroom window. Oh my God. No, James. You know, you're the only one who can control her. Oh, and she's taking the wheel. Ow. She's so scratchy. Hey, abuse. I was just trying to air out the bleach. How did she...
That door opens, they can push it open.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to curse.
Oh,
You can't lock... Oh, you can lock it for... Oh, yeah, you can take the key and then... Oh, yeah. Doors lock. I forgot. Hello, how are you? Sorry for cursing. But when kittens escape, small kittens that can get pregnant now, I don't want no pregnancy. I think most of the cats here have been neutered at the trap neuter return. We've got a lovely cat sitter across the way who's really good. She's kind of the head of the feral community. The one-eyed cat isn't neutered. James, I'm live on the internet. Stop it. I'm gonna have to wear this. If she's pregnant, she's not. Oh, fuck. Oh, dear. I know. James, Paige is like, James! Oh, Jesus. Stop it. He's so bad. Hello from Italy. How are you? Hi, Gwen. How are you? I was looking at loads of your ones that you sent me. The Mermaid Song, I've got them all written out here. The Mermaid Song shawl is absolutely gorgeous. Really love it. The only thing is, I started a wedding shawl for a friend of mine. And I'm really bad at lace. I think I just need to start now and take my time, I think. But I'm spinning super fine. I was thinking yesterday I should have got some beads. But I have quite a lot of beads, but they're kind of like that beautiful iridescent blue-green, which is my colour. I should put them in my shawl, but I was thinking about putting pearls. Pearls would be really pretty too. So I haven't decided. Where do you get your beads if you're using some beads for beaded knitting? I'd like to know. My godmother, TNR'd 16 cats the other day for Drogheda Animal Rescue. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Does she do that quite a lot? I know that they, you know, because they run in colonies, you know, so if you have a big cat colony and if you can grab them and send them back, then that stops the cycle. Do you think you'll be attending Woolness? It'll be held in summer at Newcastle upon Tyne. I am not guaranteeing anything because I'm getting married next year and the year is going to be a very expensive year. So I don't think I will be, especially the UK, I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't say. Wool in 2020, I'll definitely be there, but I chose not to vend as well for the same reason, because I'm getting married, everything's really expensive, and I have a lot of things that I need to do. But I'm planning on running a retreat the week before Woolen for people who are traveling from abroad. So you can spend like more than just a weekend. So that's going to be nice. I will be running that, I think. If you're interested, sign up on your website to be the first to know about those tickets. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a big market because everyone's going to be saving their money for Woolen anyway. But I might have some of my yarn there for that. You tried to beat your knitting while doped on codeine after you broke your leg. Oh, that's a bad idea. I'm sure you know that now. I remember knitting. Have you made me a cup of tea? That's a no. I'm giving you my cup of tea because I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible fiance. I love you. He has to be nice, or semi-nice, semi-decent, because we're live on the internet. Oh, I'm so sorry about your leg. Did it heal okay? Is it all right after all that? I forgot how nice this fiber is to spin. It's so silky mixed with a long silk mixed with a long fiber is just beautiful, because it just wants, like, silk wants to stick to itself. It wants to spin itself. It's so lovely. And Mina put me onto that. Mina, who's the knitting expat, she totally had me on that. So what was I gonna say then? What else? Oh my gosh. So I've only been knitting on my Starflake 4 years. A long time, but it does sometimes take that long. It's such an important part of your body. Like, I've seen some awful breaks that just don't heal. Ugh, wreck, a head wreck. So I'm just going to get to the end of this, and I'm going to show you how far I am on my Starflake. I am currently, it was great yesterday to have the Starflake because I'm just knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. I'll see you, and you can catch up on this later. You've silk to spin, but you're afraid to ruin it. Is it 100% silk? It's actually super easy. Once you get going, Gwen, it's super easy. Don't worry about ruining it. Silkworms are always making more, according to, you know. But it's beautiful. Bye. You'll be fine. Just go for it. I've got a silk cap that I'm a bit like, oh no, I'm a bit afraid, but I'm actually I've got a silk cap that I just haven't touched. It is a bit precious. I do understand. It is a bit precious because I am here saying, oh, go ahead. But like at the same time, oh, beautiful, beautiful. You know, when the time comes and it'll be fine. Thanks, babes. It's burning.
Perfect temperature.
James likes to scald his insides to prepare himself for the future apocalypse where everything is hot, apparently. So hot. Yeah, so I'll show you the my Starflake. I love my little shelves. They're the best. Oh, get down there. That's what you're telling yourself. You'll be lovely. You'll love it. You'll love it. So I have it in my my Deborah Makes bag. This is naturally dyed with, I think it's like blueberries or maybe elderberries, and I think it's like natural botanicals from around her house. And then I've got this little brioche, a little brioche sticker, or sorry, it's upside down. I've got this brioche kind of brownies badge, and it's got a loaf of bread on it, and that's from Yarnistry shop. Isn't that so cute? So cute. Okay. And then inside, this is, I've got one of the notions pouch that I own is from my Cottage Number 9. It's my Christmas one, which, you know, I use all year round, but you know, it's like a stop clock. It's useful once a year. So then I've got so much yarn in here. I've got this much left. I'm finished apart from the bind off. And I'm using up this. Oh, not much. Anyway, but it is quite a lot because it's over 500 stitches at the base. Oh no, I don't know if it's over 500 stitches. It might not be. I'm not counting it. Life's too short. And I'm, of course, halfway through. Well, damn. I was knitting on the bus all the way up and all the way down. So it was really nice to have something garter stitchy. And it was nice to have something that wasn't a sock, because socks, like, you have to, unless you're knitting 9 inch and you're knitting in the round. Ooh. Sweets, hey? You put the wrappers back in the box.
You put the wrappers back in the
He's a monster.
You put the
I'm
wrappers.
sorry. We have to call this whole thing off. Wrappers back in a box of heroes.
Why did you put the wrappers back in the box because you don't like it?
Outrageous. The lies. Building our life on a foundation of lies. It's that first fight. Huh?
I need to pick one of each just to make sure I try them all.
One of James's colleagues got, you know, that bottle of wine I was talking about before, and the box. Very bad. You need to hop up. Oh, bye-bye. You're beautiful. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Thanks very much.
No.
James. Someone said congratulations
Oh, thanks. For what?
for getting me,
Oh, right.
because I'm so beautiful. James, observe. I'm so beautiful. You're married to that. You're married to the same fire drinker. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Mars, what does that mean? Does he put it back in the box as well? Outrageous. Unacceptable. Oh, he'll have to leave me alone now. Bless him. Oh, the hot tea. Oh, the fire drinker. Yes. I just don't know, you guys. Toast. Stop it. Stop it. She's attacking the oven. We've got this secondhand couch, and I don't think I can own nice furniture if I have animals in the house, because everything will just get trashed. So you know what? Recycling is the way that we should deal with that, I think. So yeah, I'm knitting this Starflake out of my own yarn, my Babbles Yarns. In the blue is Lark, and the green is the Hungry Grass. And have I told you the story of the Hungry Grass and where these colorways come from? I'm not sure if I have, but it's based on, the colors are based on the mountains around where my retreat is held, the Galtee Mountains. James is being the loudest chocolate eater ever. But there's a load of beautiful songbirds, and the lark is my favourite. It just flies straight up in the air, and then just it sings all the way up, beautiful, beautiful tunes, and then it suddenly stops and then just drops and like floats right down. And it's just beautiful, and every time, like, you'd be staring up at the blue sky to try and find the lark, so that's why the blue is called Lark. And then the Hungry Grass is a story that my granddad used to tell when we used to climb mountains or go hill walking. There's always patches of boggy grass which are really, really, really bright green, way greener than all the other grass around it. So this type of like acidy bright green, and that was known as the Hungry Grass. And apparently it was a trap for I don't know if it was the fairies or if the Hungry Grass was actually alive, but it was kind of from Will-o'-the-Wisp type stories. And if you even so much as put a toe into it, if you walked on it at all, all of the energy in your body would get sucked out into the grass. Like it's an energy draining source. And if you didn't have a little piece of bread or a little biscuit or a sweet in your pocket to give you some energy to escape the hungry grass, then you'd wither away and you'd die. So yeah, that's why I always have treats in my pocket, just on the daily. You never know, the hungry grass, it's everywhere. I mean, #hungry grass life, you know. So that's the story behind the two colors. And yeah, so when I went to the knitting and stitching, I bought loads of dyes from Colourcraft. I really like their dyes actually, and your man is really nice. And so basically I bought up everything because I was a bit nervous about Brexit, the B word. So I bought up loads of stuff, and then I bought a lot of fibre as well for making rolags. And if I get some time over the winter, my time's kind of calming down a little bit, I might try and make some rolags and dye up some yarn and fibre for an update finally on my internet Etsy site. Because yeah, I haven't really been doing that this year. I've been waiting. Colourcraft geezer. I was like, oh no, is he not nice? Oh no, he is lovely, isn't he? Yeah, he's really nice. I was like, give me a little basket. I'm gonna clear these shelves. He says, oh, one of those, right? Oh, it's so hot. It burns us. It burns us. Why do you have a box of heroes in November? It is just a Christmas thing normally, but one of James's people that work under him, she is pregnant and she's about to go off on maternity leave. So she got him a box of heroes and a bottle of wine for him being so nice. So that's super nice. She should be getting the box of wine. She's carrying on the future generation. Oh dear. Do you spot anything wrong with this? Hey, Toast. Hey, Toast. You're not supposed to be in there, you know. Hey, Toast. Did you know that you're not supposed to be in there, though? Do you love it? Do you love it, though? Do you love it, though? She loves it, though. Oh, Toast. She's wicked. She's too cute. I love her so much. Look at those little eyes. Oh, stop. So yeah, I'm trying to knit to the end here so I can show you. Sometimes a serious inspection. It needs to go. Oh, thanks very much, Lisa. Bye. I said, Anna, she'd be in your shed. She'd be in my shed in no time whatsoever. Yeah, right in there. Yeah, it needs to be inspected from all angles, mostly underneath. And then checking the tensile strength. You've got to do the bite test. You've got to do the claw test. You know, I must say, I'm on the loom at the moment is silk from Muezart, and it's the mill spun is the warp, and it's the warp that they always go for. It's holding up very well. Congratulations, Muezart. It's passing the kitten test very well. So this is going to take forever to get across the other side. You got cyan, magenta, yellow, and black from the dye place, and he handed me my godmother the instruction sheet and called it a destruction sheet. It's gonna be messy. Hi from Switzerland. How are you? How are you getting on? I don't know how long I can stay on here actually. I'm at 58 minutes, which is quite a long time, I think. But what else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, I'll show you. You've seen this. Nothing's really changed. I've just been adding to the border. The last time I saw you, I was about here, and now I'm on here. Like, nothing's really changed. I really want to cast this off, but I also really want to use all the blue, but I also think that that's gonna have to just let it go. That's where I ran out of my last ball, the first ball of blue. Just there, right there. The clicking you can hear is James playing a game. Really loudly. I love you. Bye, Paige. Hi from Sweden. What have you just butchered? Oh no, what have you done? What's happened? Right, I'm just going to show you one thing just because I'm maybe sure that in the last minute it might cut off because Instagram does that, but I'm not sure. So I did some darning on these socks of James's. They are pretty threadbare. Like the heel, that's the heel. And then this is the toe. Can you see? It's pretty threadbare completely. So then I decided, you know what, I'm going to darn at least the one big hole. But to be honest, like, there is no saving this. I was debating whether to sit. Yeah. You've just butchered your... What have you butchered? So yeah, like that's the extent of what I need to darn. It's outrageous. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, merino is a little bit soft. This is the heel. Basically, he just wants me to keep this bit, the fiery flames. So I'm on the hunt for a pattern. Oh, it didn't cut off. Okay, great, lovely. So he wants to keep these fiery flames. So I was thinking I'm just going to reknit a toe and a heel. I think I'm just going to reknit the bottom feet. Hello from Canada. So I wanted to do maybe fiery, like a red toe and then some flames coming up. Does anyone know a pattern? That socks needs to PTS. What's PTS? Yeah, those socks are absolutely effed. You're right. You're totally right. But he won't let them go. So I'm going to literally just cut them off here, reknit from the toe up with flames, maybe. And they might be done in time for our 10th anniversary. Which is, we're not even married yet, so that'll tell you. Put to sleep. Yes, they do. And there's 2 of them. And they're exactly in the same. Oh, this one's worse. So that's the foot. That's the heel. Oh my God, look at that. That's ridiculous. So, yeah. He says he's happy. He just wants the essence of them to remain. So he wants the flames to stay. So he was like, you know that story about the builder who has this like special shovel, and even though the shovel head has been replaced several times and the handle has been replaced several times, it's still the same shovel, even though it's technically not. So that's what he wants to do with these socks. So I better find a little pattern, I think. The vanilla sock and use clip art to make a chart. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm probably going to go with that. How are they holding together? Hope and nylon. I think, Karen. You see, they've got this fleecy thing going on, right? And that's just wearing away, that fluffy fleece. It's just, yeah. So the only thing that's holding it together is the nylon threads of the actual fleecy yarn. Yeah, hope and nylon. That's how most socks. I'm gonna name this hope and nylon. I'm so funny. So that's the only thing. They're the only things that I've been doing this week. So I'm glad that I was able to come on and do a little live podcast, I suppose, and see. It was really nice seeing you. Miss Toast is enjoying licking her own bottom. She's having real fun there. Oh, she's trying to lick her shoulder now. I don't understand how cats are supposed to. They're so clean. Clean, the lot of them. My tea is at the current temperature now. You need to call a pattern that. Hope and nylon. Yeah, I do. So I might write up a little sock pattern. Mars, no, does someone else want to write up a little sock pattern for me? Do you know who'd be good at that, actually? Collarwork socks. Natalie, Remembrance Pottery. Oh, I think I'm cut off. Am I cut off? I think I'm cut off. Oh, am I just frozen? I think I'm cut off and frozen. Yeah. Night, night. Yeah, I need to get Natalie on these socks, I think. So the chat's still working, but my video is gone. Oh yeah, just frozen. Okay, lovely to meet you. I'm going to head away because this isn't working. But still, quite nice to see you, and you got most of it out. So we love you lots. And we will talk to you anon. Anon. Mwah, mwah. Kisses, kisses. Everybody have a lovely, lovely, lovely Sunday, and have a lovely week. I'll see you next week. Bye.